What is up, everybody? JT Dangerously here once again. I am here to do my New Japan Pro Wrestling Best of Super Juniors 2017 predictions. Now, of course, just watched Wrestling Dotaku, and they just announced the field for this year's Best of the Super Juniors. Now, of course, this is another tournament prediction. Of course, my last tournament prediction was not my best one. Of course, that was the New Japan Cup. So I thought this video would be good. And of course, I'm wearing my Joker shirt because both blocks are just wild. I mean, Joker's wild, of course. Now, of course, this tournament starts on May 17th and it ends on June 3rd. And of course, my record with the New Japan Pro Wrestling pay-per-views, of course, starting from Road to Wrestling Dotaku 4-2, Road to Wrestling to Yukini 6-1, and of course the pay-per-view, the show I just watched, Wrestling Dotaku 7-1. So our record overall in New Japan Pro Wrestling is a best 24-14. So that is the best record when it comes to predictions on my channel. Second being the WWE pay-per-views, and then Ring of Honor pay-per-views. But New Japan Pro Wrestling, my New Japan Pro Wrestling predictions have been always near perfect or great. So I'm happy I went 7-1. Great show. I mean, if you did not watch the show, definitely look for it. It's a great show, definitely. And we also have the main event for the next New Japan Pro Wrestling big pay-per-view. And of course, that is Dominion on June 11th, which is going to be the rematch of the century. Of course, if you know what I'm talking about, it's of course Wrestle Kingdom 11's main event. It's Okada defending the New Japan Pro Wrestling heavyweight title against the Cleaner himself, Kenny the Cleaner Omega. Of course, this is Omega Okada 2, 5 months in the making, of course, and this could be the pay-per-view that Kenny Omega finally wins the world title. So Okada's days as New Japan Pro Wrestling champion are now numbered. So of course, that's the next New Japan Pro Wrestling pay-per-view, June 11th, Dominion. If they have a Road to Dominion, I will absolutely be doing that on this channel. And of course, I'll be doing my Dominion on this channel. Best believe that. Trust. Now, now, before I start, I do want to thank everybody who has been watching my videos. Of course, my NBA second predictions are up. I will have my War of the Worlds, of course, my War of the Worlds predictions will be up on Monday for sure for Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling. So make sure you guys watch that. And of course, my Backlash predictions will be up the following week. And of course, my NXT TakeOver Chicago predictions will be up next week. And of course, if the playoffs in the NHL end, I will have my conference final predictions. So those are out of the way now. Of course, I'm gonna I do want to thank everybody who has been commenting on my videos. Of course, thank you guys so much. New subscribers, welcome to the channel. My name is JT Dangerously, and thanks for the support and continue the support. Now let's get right into these picks. Now, how am I going to do this? I'm going to name off the people who are in this tournament. I'm going to say my top 3, and then I'll make my one. I'll tell you who I think from that one block to make it to the finals. Same thing with the B rank. So I'm going to start off in the A rank, which I'm going to be calling Murderer's Row, because the lineup for Block A is ridiculous. It's a Murderer's Row. So of course I'm going to start off with the first competitor, of course, Jushin Thunder Liger. Of course, and this is his last Best of the Super Juniors. He's been here before. He's won it before. And this is his last one. So hopefully he'll make it to, he'll be definitely a big wild card. Then the next person, of course, the king himself, Ricochet, the 2014 Best of the Super Junior champion, of course. Talent. If you did not watch that match with him and Takahashi at Wrestling to Yukini, definitely rewatch that. Ricochet is ridiculous and he's amazing. And then the next guy, the third guy in the Block A bracket is, of course, Dragon Lee from CMLL. Fantastic talent. If you have not seen his match with Takahashi, definitely worth to watch. Dragon Lee is a very talented kid. And now the next guy in this bracket, of course, is one of my favorites. And of course, it's the aerial assassin himself, the reigning Best of Super Juniors champion. I'm talking about the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay. Now, of course, he won it last year. And again, I did not get to see the new, Best of the Super Juniors last year, but I heard that that match with Taguchi and him was amazing. But Will Ospreay being in this thing makes him a big time favorite for sure for me. And then now the next person that's in it, of course, it's coming from, of course, Ring of Honor and the reigning, defending Ring of Honor television champion. Of course, I'm talking about the villain, Marty Scurll. Whoop whoop. Of course, he's in it this year. This is gonna be interesting for sure. With Marty Scurll, the Chicken Wing, this is like his matches in this Block A is gonna be amazing. Definitely worth to watch. And of course, the next person, of course, representing Suzuki Gun, Ichiban, #1. Of course, I'm talking about Taichi, the former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, one half of them. Just another talented guy, definitely for Suzuki Gun. And then the next guy, of course, also representing Suzuki Gun, of course, the former WWF Light Heavyweight Champion, of course, Taka Michinoku. Another, like, he's been here before, what's it called? Taka's been in kind of these tournaments. He's been in a Light Heavyweight tournament. So this is a perfect match, definitely for him. And then the final guy out of Block A, and reigning New Japan Pro Wrestling IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, Ticking Time Bomb. Takahashi's in this Block A. It's amazing. So okay, so how this is gonna go is if Takahashi wins the Best of the Super Juniors, the title's not gonna be on the line. But if the New Japan, if the IWGP Junior Tag Team Champion, not Tag Team, Junior Heavyweight Champion loses, then whoever wins this Best of Super Juniors will definitely be the #1 contender for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, of course, at Dominion. So, again, Takahashi is being in here, so another favorite. Okay, another favorite in Block A. Okay, so now my 3 favorites that can come out of this to the finals. Looking at it, I mean, of course, I'm going to say definitely going to say Ricochet and Ospreay definitely are going to get, one of those two is going to get to the finals. I have a good feeling about that. And then my third pick would be the champion. The champion, I mean, he has been dominant as the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. Takahashi has been dominant since he won the title at Wrestle Kingdom. I mean, he has been the most dominant Junior Heavyweight Champion in a long time. So my 3 picks to my overall 3 guys to make it to the finals is Will Ospreay, Ricochet, and the Junior Heavyweight Champion, of course, Takahashi. Now, who I think is going to make it, now this, if you're pulling my leg, who I think should be in the finals of this, oh man, out of the 3 I said, the one guy I think can make it to the finals would be, I think it's going to be Will Ospreay. I mean, he's the reigning champion. It makes sense that he would get there. So in Block A, my 3 picks to get to the finals is Ricochet, Will Ospreay, and Takahashi. The guy I think will represent Block A in the finals will be Will Ospreay. And now Block B, which is a not as a Murderer's Row-esque for Block A, but it's not a bad Block B roster. Now, of course, I'm going to start off with the veteran, of course, Tiger Mask, 4th incarnation of Tiger Mask in this Best of Super Juniors. Pretty just like with Liger, a veteran in this tournament for sure. And then, of course, the next guy, of course, Taguchi, the finalist from last year's Best of the Super Juniors. So he could be definitely a front runner to get back to the finals of this Best of the Super Juniors. And then now the next guy, of course, the former 4-time and ace of the Junior Heavyweight division. I'm also talking about time splitter himself, Kushida. Of course, this is, I mean, he's definitely been on a losing streak. I mean, he did lose in the tag team match at Wrestling Dotaku. He did lose at Sakura Genesis. He did lose at Wrestle Kingdom. So he's on a very big slide right now. But Kushida definitely is another guy that definitely could win. And now, of course, the next guy, of course, representing CMLL, Villado Jr. Of course, if you remember him, I picked him and Ospreay to win that tag team match at Super Card of Honor, and very talented kid. Very talented kid. He will go pretty good in this tournament. Now, of course, the next guy, of course, indie wrestler, and of course one of my all-time favorites. I watch him a lot in Ring of Honor. Of course, is ACH. Go ACH. Anime guy. Like if you've seen his attires in Ring of Honor, he had like Luffy and Goku. I mean, ACH is the most talented guy. Definitely the most talented guy in this block. And then the next person, of course, one half of the former IWGP Junior Tag Team Champions, of course, representing Suzuki Gun, Ichiban, #1. Of course, Kanemaru. Of course, Taichi is on Block A, Kanemaru is on Block B, so Kanemaru definitely should be is a good pick in this block. And then, of course, another member of Suzuki Gun. Of course, I'm going to talk about Desperado, another talented, very much talented guy representing Suzuki Gun. Very much of a threat in this block. And then the last guy, of course, representing Los Inconables de Japón. Of course, I'm talking about Bushi. Of course, the Masked Man. And of course the new, one half of the new never openweight 6-man tag team champions, which they did regain the titles from Taguchi Japan. So of course Bushi is now a champion, and now he's in this Best of the Super Junior Block B bracket. Now, my 3 picks that can get to the finals. 3 picks I can see. I can see Kushida, definitely #1, ACH, and I can see definitely, I can see maybe Bushi, because those 3 definitely are 3 talents in that bracket. No offense to anybody else in that thing, but I think those are the top 3 coming from me to get to the finals. And now, who I think can get to the finals of this to face Will Ospreay in Block A? Oh man, I'm gonna go with Kushida. I think he's definitely the front runner to win this. I would say a close second would be ACH. That would be even more awesome. ACH against Will Ospreay, but I think it's gonna be Kushida against Will Ospreay in the finals of the Best of the Super Juniors. So my finals hopefully will be Will Ospreay from Block A against Kushida from Block B. And those are my Best of Super Junior 2017 predictions. Now, I hope you guys did enjoy my predictions. Comment below, who do you have winning? Who do you have in the finals of these Best of the Super Juniors from Block A and Block B? Always on of course, let's have a conversation about it. Like, comments are always welcome on this channel. Of course, if I see them, I will like them, and of course reply right back to you, because once again, comments are always welcome on this video. And of course, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And of course, before you leave, you can never forget to that like button, comment, share it with your friends. Of course, super kick that like button as only you guys can. And of course, you can never forget to that subscribe button, become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. And I will see you Monday for Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling War of the Worlds. Later days, and peace.